It enables the narcissist to receive fuel by way of a text message saying, thank you, lovely bird.
HG. Now,
We used to triangulate.
really?
Somebody else doesn't get one and notices the
Sorry for swearing. Again.
The basis of sending the bird
Really?
does not form any sense of obligation.
Oh, it's been really
relevant to the client's fuel matrix. No.
Rainy day today.
It was done for self-serving purposes, namely capture payments. Oh, your birthday will be forgotten. Why? Because there is no
birthdays. Funny, aren't they?
There is no accountability to you for your birthday.
How fascinated people are with birthdays.
It is rare that the narcissist will actually remember it and think, I will deliberately not send
of a
you
type.
something. But rather, we just
I actually forget
why? You're out
about
of
birthdays.
You're out of mind. No interaction.
Never been a big
No existence.
major thing in my
Because
life.
when you send
Birthdays.
photos,
Yeah.
you come up on
Yeah, until people started fucking going on about their own birthday. And I was like, That's always a big thing, isn't it? Deal. Major deal. What am I on about? Oh yeah, I'm on about this.
You exist, you're in front of us. But the moment that you're not there, physically not proximate to us, and you are not interacting with us, so you're not texting us, contacting us on social media or
a major thing. Now in these videos, people will have to sort of work through the code.
Don't exist. We don't
Just on all layers.
with what you might be doing.
I will listen to this again, but I don't really need to listen to HG. He's defining it for other people. I'm not staggered. It's because they're so absolutely spot on. Now, these files I've got here, look at this. May, June, August 2017. E-coms with Dexter et al. Andrea. Also, eBay comments, sales workshop attendees, and so on. Now, these are email interactions between me and this this guy who this is what people will have to pay attention to, right? Because I can only show up to an extent of how obvious this is. And the other day, a person was around of whom doesn't really know much about the whole experience of this, but picked up on a breadcrumb that I didn't see in the comments, in the interactions. I did not see this, but it's so obvious, and it is a reference to LRH. I come straight out, yeah, because this guy was fascinated by this other person called LRH. Yeah, funny enough, this LRH character is fascinated by other people in history too, like black magicians and stuff. Yeah, people are gonna have to really get their heads around this. That I can't find that bit, but it relates to LRH. I'm not gonna even show people, you know. It's too incredible. So, because they don't snitch on each other, well, they do snitch on each other, but when it comes to shit like this, they don't. It's like a double back lockdown sort of thing, because they're indoctrinated into this CULT to snitch on people of whom maybe, speaking of higher initiation levels of this consciousness of which has been miscalculated and absolutely arranged in such a destructive way that it does go against every single grain that creativity and humanity should express, is meant to express all along. And this is love. And it's love for doing what you do. I mean, there's no way that H.G. does not love what he does. He can't hate what he does, he wouldn't do it. So there's love in everything, come on. I mean, that's just an example of where this is at. And when you understand that side of it, and that it went on all different levels, I mean, I was just rinsing these people online. Again, please let everyone know this. These heavy-duty people who thought they could mind control people because they had a qualification to do it, and that they set up purposeful disinformation campaigns through online media, forums and shit, to derail people of their sovereignty. And that is it. Now, when people understand that these people of whom do this feel privileged, feel like they're entitled to do so because they've obtained some sort of level that they've paid for in dark psychology. That's basically it. It's not. They think it's some sort of incredible technology, but it's always been there. It's been masked, and I said this in the first place. Masked. Isn't that weird how the masks came out after that? And it's not as if people can backtrack. They know my videos. Happy 4th of July, people in America, by the way. Happy Independence Day. So some of you are flying around with angels, and the others wallowing in a lake of fire. Yeah, 4th of July today, isn't it? Apparently, is it? Loads of fireworks going off, boom boom. It's a bit like November the 5th here, Guy Fawkes night. V for Vendetta night. V. And plus, you know, iOS. You know, that entity that Crowley reckoned he met. No one ever put this together. Ayahuasca. No. And nah. Now there's a big separation going on here now. Can't anyone realise? Or are they too embroiled in their own fictional shell? I watched Rebel Wisdom the other night, and they were talking about what is a story. And those guys, alright, they're wearing glasses, so I call them fucking specky fucking nerdy guys, fannied around for so long. And the question was very simple. And it had a simple answer. And they're just fucking fannied around. One of them teaches stories, apparently. Storytelling. And I was here with the witnessed this. And I said, before the other guy even opened his mouth, what a story was. I will have to go into another film about what a story is. But it does involve a completion. And obviously there's structure there. There's a beginning, middle and end. And that's it. It's like a song or a poem or like a fucking painting or a film. You don't just release it half finished. And it goes with any statement, any means of communication, whether it be through light or sound. And this is why people have to boil it down to. Never get caught by a narcissist again. Oh, not checked this one out yet. Fucking derailed me now, haven't you? Fucking knock. I'm joking, HG. Doing a good job. Yeah, it's a rainy day here today, so I didn't go out for a walk or anything. 10 minutes. So I'll do a bit of guitar for you. What I was going to say though is these breadcrumbs and these email communications are so obvious. Someone who doesn't know anything about, or who only has to know a little bit about it, can pick them up more than me. I didn't see that one, and it's a really obvious reference to this leader of theirs. And this is like in code, 2017. Now, and then this is when they'd known that I rumbled them as well. So I was like sending them emails just to get a response, you know, because I kind of knew they were, well, at that point I was definite that they were just doing something dodgy, something mind controlling, yeah. And that they were all part of a larger operation. And I didn't, at that point I didn't realise how large it was. And it's taken years to get to the point where they've been busted, yeah. But like I said, because it's so serious, and they do not want to be made accountable. That's part of their code or something, directly. Yeah. And they've blame shifted onto a consciousness of which mankind needed to be aware of in order to move on. And guess what that is, people? So yeah, HG is doing a really good job. He's narky as fuck. It's one of the best. Told you. And you know, some people just can't fucking bring themselves to even look at a bit of HG because they know that factor. I can watch HG all day long if I wanted, and agree, fully agree. That's what's weird about this. That's what's weird about this. So I've got loads of, I mean that's just one folder full. I mean, if that Doug Kramer saw this shit, he possibly would be rubbing his hands together with anticipation, busting the fucking shit out of them. Fully. Worldwide. Massive. But also realise that in doing that, kind of exposes quite a lot of other things. And that's the CULTs. Right across the board. Including them and them and them and them and them and them and them. And them and them. And then any CULT you want to mention. Have some serious issues to comprehend in order to move on. Ultras like H3 have already moved on. They're masters of their own universe. Now what kind of, well, it doesn't kind of, I can't say it does worry me, but what was of some concern, because I'm not got kids or anything else to worry about really, right? You know what I mean? I have to have something to worry about or be concerned about maybe in life, just for some stimulation in that department. This is like people's mindscape of where they project things from and where they receive things from. And information could be taken so differently depending upon your position of mentality. And because of the broad spectrum of that within society, it is left to ebb and flow, and it does develop an algorithm because people do persuade and kind of ideas flourish. Word of mouth. Don't need computers really. It does get around. As in, I'm not talking about viruses. I'm talking about knowledge, information, and potential position to understand the dangers of consciousness and of root consciousness, of core value in a person. This has to be paid attention to more because nothing has been paid attention to this aspect. And that's what they've known and planned all along. That's what creates so much friction, divorces, wrecked families, and all along. I mean, look back in the 80s. Our families were brought up looking at fucking comedies like Duty Free. They're all, the funny thing is having affairs and shit like that, running around and fucking getting pissed and getting fingered by fucking old men. And that's what it's all about. Duty Free, remember? And it was funny. So yeah, conditioning, programming, fuck off. And if we don't think that that's not a valid point, then you've not lived in the UK in the 80s. Because I remember it was on just before the Equaliser. Edward Woodward, remember that? It was great. I used to watch that and then to go to bed then. It's pretty late, I remember the Equaliser. Loved that theme tune. But I go now anyway. And I come back and do a bit of guitar for you now. Before the night's over, before the day ends. Keep people updated on the mind progression, not of anyone that I know really, just my own mind progression, where I'm at. Because I don't really have to compensate or fucking excuse anyone. I'm just talking about me now, yeah.